Hey, in today's Lesson 5 devotional, I wanted to talk to you about the hot topic of earthquakes. It is no secret that in Oklahoma we experienced an earthquake. On Saturday morning, if you didn't feel the earthquake at 7:30 something in the morning, you could certainly log on to social media, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you want, and you could read about the earthquake because everybody was posting about it. I posted about it when I felt it. There's all kinds of people talking about it. And I've heard that people as far as Texas could feel it. I don't know about that. I can't confirm that. I read that thousands of birds were fleeing 20 minutes before the earthquake. So there's plenty of posts out there about the earthquake. And along with that comes the post about warnings about wake up because we're in the last days, we're in the end times. There's all kinds of posts about warning people because of the earthquake. And we always use the idea of earthquakes in various places. But I want to read to you in Luke chapter 21 what Jesus has to say about earthquakes in terms of the end time events. In chapter 21, verse 10 of Luke, he says, "Then he said to them, Nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be great earthquakes, and in various places famines and pestilence. There will be terrors and great signs from heaven. But before all this, they will lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and prisons, and you will be brought before kings and governors for my name's sake." Skip to verse 16. "You will be delivered up by your parents and brothers and relatives and friends, and some of you they will put to death. You'll be hated by all for my name's sake, but not a hair on your head will perish. By your endurance you will gain your lives." And so we can see here in verse 11 where Jesus is talking about earthquakes. He says great earthquakes will take place, not earthquakes in various places. The various places comment comes from talking about famines and pestilence. So in the end times, great earthquakes will take place. I don't know if 5.6 qualifies as a great earthquake. It's certainly the biggest we felt in Oklahoma, but great earthquakes. And then famines and pestilence in various places. He says, "But before all this, this is what will happen to you. They will lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues, and you'll be brought before kings and governors for his name's sake. You'll also be delivered up by your parents and brothers and relatives and friends, and some of you will be put to death. You'll be hated by all for my name's sake." Here's the warning that comes to us about the end times. If you talk to a Muslim in another country who has converted to Christianity, they will tell you that their parents deliver them up. Their brothers, their sisters, all those who haven't converted, hate them and want to put them to death because of their conversion. And so we don't see much of that here in America right now. And so the warning sign for us is that once this starts taking place in America, once we start being hated by our moms and dads and our brothers and sisters and our relatives because we follow Christ, because we're Christians, that is our warning sign. Our warning sign is that we'll be hated by all because of the name of Jesus Christ. Certainly, we're starting to see some of that in America where we're hated because of the name of Jesus. But when's the last time your parents delivered you up because of your faith? When's the last time a relative has wanted to kill you because of your faith? When's the last time you were put in prison because of your faith? When's the last time you appeared before a king or a governor because of your faith? This is the warning that we have to heed. When those things happen, then we can start to see where we are at on the end times. It's not the earthquakes in Oklahoma that are 5.6 that are the warning sign for us. It's the great earthquakes that take place. It is the very famine and pestilence in various places. But before all that, it's the hatred that's going to take place because we follow Jesus Christ. So think about those things when you're thinking about the end times. Think about how much you're hated right now. And let that be the warning sign for you when we're approaching the end times. I believe we're already there. If not, we're knocking on the doorstep, and we're going to see more hatred and more persecution in the days to come in America. And so I tell you, as Jesus would say, not a hair on your head will perish, but you will endure and gain life because of it. But by your endurance, you will gain life. God bless you. Love you. Talk to you next week.